be there in the class tomorrow. So yeah, so that is where two things from you. Always watch the video for the previous class, okay,
Yeah,
and do the homework. I will keep on sending the homework. So do the homework on time. Keep watching the video so that even if you are not able to attend one class, you are not lagging behind. Okay.
yeah.
So let me share my screen now. So since seems the other kid has not joined yet, we can learn a lot of things very quickly.
Okay.
Okay. So let me know once you're able to see my screen.
Um, no, I can see it.
Yeah. So just doing a quick recap of what we learned in the previous class, and then we'll jump to what we want to learn today. Okay.
Okay.
So we learned about fractions.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
learned. Wait, I can't see your writing. I can only see the letter B.
Yeah. So I have just written fractions. Okay.
I
So
did, I didn't see. I don't see the word fraction. I just see the letter B when you share your
can you
screen.
see it now?
No.
Okay. I think another kid is joining. Let me add him. Hello. Hello. How are you?
Good.
Good. What's your name?
Ayush.
Say it louder.
Ayush.
Ayush.
Yes.
Okay. Very nice. You're in which grade?
Four.
Fourth grade. All right. So thank you so much for joining. I hope it was not too early for you on a weekend.
Kind of early.
Kind of early. Okay. So I used to do this class with Gitesh at 8 o'clock. Um, but I realized that it's too early for you kids, so I moved it to 8:45. Okay. So
Yes.
you can sleep 45 minutes more. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Ayush, uh, before we start the class, tell me, do you like math? You don't like math? You hate math? What is the thing?
I like math.
You like math. Okay, that makes me more comfortable. Uh, we are on the same page. I also like math. I actually love math. Okay. And my attempt will be here to make sure that you also start liking math more. Okay.
Okay.
So, so we are all part of level one. Level one, I'll just read certain things and you will hear it. Okay.
Okay.
When I say level one is all the concepts of math from grade 3 to grade 5. Okay. And
Okay.
let me read all the topics that we are going to cover as part of level one, not today, in different classes. And tell me if there's something that sounds very different, very unknown to you. Okay.
Okay.
One is multiplication, introduction to multiplication, one two digit multiplication, addition, subtraction, and estimation, introduction to division, understand fractions, factors, multiples, and patterns, equivalent fractions and comparing fractions, arithmetic patterns, area, perimeter, and time, place value, dealing with fractions, addition, subtraction, multiplication, plane figures, and properties. So these are some of the topics that comes as part of level 1 to level 3. Okay. And we'll do a lot of practice. We'll do a lot of sums. We will learn the concepts. We'll try to make them easy for us. Okay. So in today's class, I will not go to a lot of stuff. We'll focus on what we want to learn today and we'll do a quick recap of what we have learned before. There would be things that might look difficult to you, Ayush, for today's class. But tomorrow, Gitesh is not in the class. It's only you and me. Okay. So whatever we missed today, we'll fix it tomorrow. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I would want to spend 1 hour with you in the class tomorrow, so that
Yes.
I get an idea of what you know, what you don't, and how do I kind of make it good for you. So let's jump on to today's class. Okay.
Yes.
And you all can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you can see yourself, me, Gitesh, and my
Yeah.
Yeah,
screen.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
can see your screen though. I only see the letter B in your screen. That's only
Can
what
you
I
see it now?
no.
No, this is B.
Okay, just B. Okay. So let me stop sharing and start sharing again. Okay. Do you see it now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you see the white screen now?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you see me writing something on the screen now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Fractions. So this is something that we learned in the last class. Ayush, might be new to you, but don't worry. Let me quickly do a recap of what we learned in the last class, and then whatever you don't understand today, you will watch the video of the class later on, and in tomorrow's class, when it's only you and me, I will explain some of the things that is not clear. Okay. So when we talk about fraction is something that is not complete, something that is divided, something
Yeah.
that is there are many people contending for.
Mm.
There's one apple divided among two people, makes it half of the apple. One orange distributed among three kids, that makes one third of the orange. $1 distributed among four kids makes it one fourth of a dollar or a quarter. Right? That's what is fraction. Clear? Ayush, Gitesh, both clear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now just do a quick recap before I go to fractions again. If I'm talking about numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on and so forth, this is called natural numbers.
Yeah.
Natural numbers. So everything that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 till infinity, okay? Billion, gajillion, whatever you call it, is called natural numbers. Okay, keep going. Now, if you add a zero to this group, this becomes
Whole numbers.
whole numbers. Clear, Ayush? So the only difference between natural numbers and whole numbers is this gentleman. Okay. If
Yeah.
in a group of numbers, if you have 1 to infinity, that is called natural numbers.
Yes.
If you add this gentleman, zero, egg, gulab jamun, whatever you call it, right? Everything and everything that is round in shape, or earth even, that makes it whole number. Now, in that group, let's add few more members in the family. So you have, let's say, zero. This is zero. Okay. One, two, three, so on and so forth. And then you go backward also. Oh, sorry, minus one, minus two, minus three. Likewise. Okay. Keep going. This whole group is called
Um,
integers.
integers. Yeah.
Integers. Okay. So what we need to remember as number system thing, I mean, in terms of numbers is 1 to infinity, all positive. Full numbers, whole numbers is called natural numbers. If you include zero also, this group becomes whole number. And then if you include negatives also, that makes it integers. So
Yeah.
natural number, whole number, and integers. Okay. The other three types of numbers that we deal with.
Um,
Clear?
I have another question. What
Huh.
if you do integers and natural numbers together. What is that called?
So this is, see, integer is bigger group than natural number. Okay. So
Yeah.
when you're saying integer, that means you are including 1 to infinity positive, 0 and minus 1 to infinity negative. Okay.
What if you take out the zero? What will that be called?
If you just take out the 0 from integer, there is no such group. Okay. So this is how it is split.
Okay.
That 1 to infinity positive is natural number, add 0 makes it a that group as whole number, and then add negatives, that whole group is called integer. Now there is no fourth flavor, at least for you guys to worry about right now. Okay. Now why I was emphasizing on that was, now we are talking about fractions, right? So any natural number, if you distribute that among more people, okay, this is called fractions. Ayush, any questions so far?
No.
No? Okay. Now, in this fraction, there's another flavor that you might come across. Okay, this is called mixed numbers, meaning you have natural numbers and fraction both in a number. Okay. So what this means is, let's say if you're talking with this like a, let's say, a pastry. Okay. So three complete pastry and then one pastry broken into 8 pieces. So 1/8 of a pastry. So 3 plus 1/8 of a pastry. That's what is a mixed number here. Or let's say if you want to say this as dollar, that is three whole dollar note and then 1/8 of a dollar, which will be like 12.5 cents actually. Yeah, but don't worry about the calculation right now. I'm just explaining you what it is. So a mixed number is something where you have a whole number or integer or and a fraction both. Okay. Now I have explained so in the last class we learned about LCM, we learned about fraction, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay. So for that, what I would suggest is, let's we'll quickly do it. Okay. And then I would want you, I used to watch the video of the last class. uh, I'll give you the link. Okay.
Yes.
And then you tell me if whatever we learned in the last class, if you are not able to understand something with really complicated, let me know so that I can explain that to you in the class tomorrow. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So we learned about LCM. I'm just doing it quickly so that no, you'll be able to relate it. If I am adding half with another half, that makes it full. Yeah. Half of the apple and half of the apple makes it one apple. Yeah. If I'm adding 3 1/3, okay, meaning let's say $1 was divided among 3 kids. So everybody got 1/3 of a dollar, 1/3 of a dollar, 1/3 of a dollar. Okay. And then you put them all together, that makes it $1. These things are easy. But if I have to add, let's say 2/7, meaning $2 being divided among 7 people, or 2 apple distributed among seven kids, and 3/8. How do I do that? Not easy, right? So there is a 2/7 plus 3/8. If I have to do that in math, what we have to do is we have to do LCM of 7 and 8. Okay, 7 and 8. How we do LCM is like this. You find out the smallest of the number. Okay, here the smallest is 7. So use 7. 7 times 1, 7. So I'll write 1, and then 8 doesn't come in the table of 7. So I'll just write 8 here. Now I'll pick the smallest number, which is not 1. Every time you are picking a smallest number, you have to exclude 1. I'll leave 1. I'll go to next smallest, that is 8. So I can divide 8 by 8. So 8 1 ja 8. So this is what it is. So I'll multiply all these numbers 7 into 8 till I get one here. Okay. So 7 times 8 is 56. So I write 56. Now LCM stands for least common multiplier. What it means is the smallest number that comes in the table of this guy and this guy both. So if you know 7 table of 7, 7 is a 56, 8 7 is a 56. Both can divide by this. Okay. If somebody says, let's say, if somebody says, I did LCM of 7 and 8, okay, come on. I did LCM of 7 and 8, and the answer is 13. If I put 13 here, read 7 table of 7. 7 1 is 7, 7 2 is 14. The 13 doesn't come. This is not the LCM of 7 and 8, okay? Same way, 8 also, if I go to the table of 8, 8 1 is 8, 8 2 is 16. This 13 doesn't come in the table of 30 of 8 either. That means 13 is not the multiplier of 7 or 8, or 13 is not in the table of 7 and 8. Okay. This might look little difficult to you, Ayush, because this concept is taught in grade 5 and you are still in grade 4. Don't worry about it. Okay. I'll make this very, very easy for you tomorrow. I'll teach you LCM and no, fraction, addition, subtraction, multiplication tomorrow. Okay, only for you 1 hour. Okay, you'll understand this like the easiest thing. But right now I'm just telling you this is how it is done. Okay,
Right.
if I have to add this with this, what I will do is I will take LCM of 7 and 8, which is 56, and then I do the multiplication. 7. Look at the table of 7. 7 times 8 is 56. So I'll write 8, and then I multiply that with whatever I have in the numerator. Okay. Same way I go to the next guy. 8 table of 8. 8 6 8 7 is 56. So I write 7. And then what is the in the numerator? It's 1. So this is 1. So this becomes 8 3 is 24 plus 7. So this becomes 24 plus 7 by 56. That means 24 plus 7 is 31 by 56. Okay. So this is just the way fraction is done. I can tell you for sure, Ayush, you would have understood just 10% of it or even less. But don't worry, tomorrow when we talk, you will understand 95% of it. Okay. Just my only request to you is watch the video of the previous class. I'll send the link to your mom. You can just
Okay.
go to the video when you get time today,
Right.
and then we'll talk tomorrow. Okay. So I'm just doing a summary of what we learned in the last class. We learned fraction, addition, subtraction, meaning something like this, or we learned about something like this or this, whatever, right? Or we learned about doing something together also. If I have to do this, right? Meaning fraction 3 by 9 plus 2 by 8, and then subtract this. If I have to do that in one place, in one calculation, how do I do that? That also we learned. Then we learned about if I have one fraction like this and I have to multiply that by another fraction like this. How do I do that? Right, Gitesh?
Yeah. You
And
just
and then we learned something like this. If I have to divide this by another fraction, how will that work? Remember, Gitesh?
yeah, I do.
Okay. So to you, Gitesh, I would want you to finish that homework that I have given. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Um, and then uh, bring up in the next class. Okay. When you join on the next Saturday. Okay.
Yes,
Not
sir.
to, and if you find some more sums, do that also because math is all about practice. Okay. So now let's look at what we want to learn today. Ayush, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I hope I'm not making you sleep, right?
No.
No? Okay. Okay. Good. So today, in today's class, we are going to learn something about the basic geometry. Okay, so that is called plane figures and properties of shapes. Okay, so let's learn basic geometry and let me see what all you guys know and what I need to teach you extra. Okay, what is this called and what is this called?
Number one and
I'm sorry.
the one on the bottom is a number line.
Uh-huh. Okay, so we are talking about geometry. Okay, the number line might not come here.
Yeah, I think it's. I forgot the name, but
Okay,
I
so
can remember it. I learned it in fourth grade. That's a
you-
ray. No, that's not a ray.
it's a line. It's a line. Okay, what is what? And the one at the bottom is called line segment. Okay, so what is the difference between a line and a line segment? Line is something which just shows you the direction. It doesn't have an end to it. It doesn't have any length to it. It is as big as infinity. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you have an arrow, that means that it is still going on. Just because your page was not big enough, so it could not accommodate the whole line. Imagine you drawing a straight line on the surface of Earth. How big that line would be. Okay.
Super.
Hmm?
Super.
But if you talk about this poor guy doesn't have that arrow, right? This
Yeah.
is called line segment because here you have a length. Okay. You
Yeah.
can say, okay, this is 5 centimeter, or if this is big, 8 centimeter, or bigger, 10 centimeter, or 20 centimeter, whatever it is. But you have a predefined length. So the main difference between this and this is called line, and this is called line segment. And the most important difference that we need to be aware of is line segments have a length, lines don't. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's look at these two lines. Okay, together. What are these lines? I will give it a name. These are called parallel lines.
Yeah.
Something similar to a railway track that you guys would have seen. Yeah. Or something like my phone,
Yeah.
line and this line, this line and this line. Okay. If you keep on extending them, they will never meet or cross each other.
Yeah. What about a ray?
Huh?
What about a ray?
What about
A ray.
a ray? So we are not talking about ray here. Ray will be more applicable in terms of your line, okay, where you have a indefinite length. Okay, I got what you're asking here. So you said it's a line, it's a line segment, and this is your ray,
Yeah.
where it originates from one place. So one side is fixed. In case of line, both the sides are not fixed. It's going and it can go in, go to infinity in both the direction. In case of ray, it originates from one point and goes to infinity in the other direction. It's like a torch. Let's say you have a torch. Okay. If I turn on my torch here with the phone and imagine a line, okay, from here going to infinity to the sky. This is place where the light is starting. That is this point. Okay. And this line is depicting how far it is going. Okay. So that is a ray. So basically, when you talk about a line, you get three flavors of it. One is called pure play line, which has no starting and ending. It's just a direction. It can go to infinity. Then comes line segment, where it's a fixed length. You know the starting point and the ending point and the distance between them. Okay. And then the third flavor is ray, where the starting point is fixed. The origin from which it starts is fixed, and then it can go to infinity in the other direction. Clear?
Yeah.
Ayush, with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Now Let's talk about other geometrical stuff. I'm not talking about one. These are, let's say, line segment. Yeah. If I add the arrows, it becomes lines. Yeah. I'm not looking at this and this separately. I'm looking at them together. Okay. So I'm saying, okay, I'm looking at these two lines together. They are called parallel lines.
Yes.
So when I call them anything as a parallel lines, what I mean is there are two lines,
And they never meet.
they never meet, regardless of how far you want to stretch them.
Yes.
You want to break my laptop and make it crash beyond the screen of the laptop, it'll not meet. If you go to this side, keep stretching it to break the wall of my room and then to the next room, to the garage, to the backyard, still it will not meet. Okay.
Yes.
Or even a railway track. The day when the lines start meeting, okay, after a certain time, the train will crash. Yeah, there'll be an accident. So, in simple terms, parallel lines means a pair of lines which will not meet
Yeah.
no
Never.
matter how far you extend them. And another thing that you might want to remember is the perpendicular distance between the lines. Basically, the total distance between these two lines remains constant.
Yeah.
So if here it is 3 centimeter, even if you go here, it will be 3 centimeter. If you go beyond my laptop screen and then also stretch them, that will be 3 centimeters only. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ayush, are you with me?
Yeah.
Okay. So we learned about the parallel lines. Simply put, it's a pair of lines which are equidistant, meaning the distance between them doesn't change and they never meet each other, no matter how far you extend them. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
now let's look at this. What is this?
Triangle.
Triangle. Yeah. So what is a triangle?
But
Triangle. Yeah.
if
So
all the way exact, it's called a acute triangle.
I will go step by step. Okay. So when what is a triangle first of all?
A
A
shape.
Mhm. With three sides.
Yeah.
Yeah. You will keep hearing about this term polygon. Okay. Polygon means means many. Okay. Many of the math concepts have come from Greek. Okay. So this is also probably a Greek word, which where the poly means many and gon means side. Okay. So these two were put together to make it a word, saying polygon, meaning shapes which have multiple sides. Okay. And when we talk about geometry with shapes, we always talk about closed shapes. I will not talk about this as a shape.
Yeah.
I'll
That's it.
talk about this as a shape. I will talk this about as a shape. I will talk this as a shape. Okay, where it is closed. Okay, so polygon means a shape which has many sides. So triangle is the first polygon.
A
Okay,
circle is not a polygon.
circle you don't call it a polygon because you are not able to measure the number of sides, right? You see many sides.
Yeah.
It's like it's like an ocean and a well. You'll say, okay, a well has, let's say, 1,000 gallons of water, and then you're saying, okay, how many gallons of water do we have in the Atlantic Ocean? Nobody knows.
Oh, no.
Same way, if you look at the circle also is a closed shape, and probably it has so many sides we're not able to count, right? Basically, you have to zoom it. Okay, if you keep zooming it, you will see that this is all made of small sides. Okay, if you zoom probably a circle, you make a circle and zoom it by, let's say, by 2,000 times, then you'll see that this is like, these are like small sides, okay,
Okay.
put together makes a circle. Or look at this, okay, this circle, if you see, dot 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 dot. All these dots together makes this circle, right? Now, when you zoom a dot, it will come to a shape like this at some point in time. Maybe after expanding it 1,000 times, zooming it maybe 5,000 times, maybe 10,000 times, maybe 1 million times. Okay, so that's why in a circle there are sides. It's a closed shape, but how many sides is what we don't know. That's why it's not technically called a polygon. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So when it comes to polygon, we talk about a triangle, we talk about a rectangle or a square. We talk about this shape also, which has 5 sides. Do you guys know what is the name of this guy?
I forgot.
Pentagon. Yeah. 5 sides. Five again, it comes from Greek. Okay. Greece actually. Five stands for penta stands for 5. So pentagon is 5 sides. Hexagon is 6 sides. Heptagon is 7 sides. Octagon is 8 sides. Okay. You don't have to memorize them all. I'm just telling you. Okay. So 3 sides, triangle. 4 sides, rectangle or square. 5 sides, pentagon. 6 sides, hexagon. Okay.
What about one side?
There'll never be a shape with one side. Imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
One side means what? This. Is this a shape? Is it closed?
No, you can just make it closed with like
Huh?
a circle.
What is that?
With like a circle.
No, so then circle is has so many sides, right?
A line on the side.
Huh? Huh. I'm saying it
No.
has so so what I'm trying to say is with one side you cannot close, with two side also you cannot close. Okay.
Yeah.
You need minimum 3 sides to close something. And that is where the pentagon starts. Sorry, that is where the polygon concept starts. So 3 sides, triangle, 4 sides, rectangle or square, 5 sides, pentagon, 6 sides, hexagon, 7 sides, heptagon, 8 sides, octagon, and 9 sides also is called, I think, nanogon or something. I'll have to check it. Okay, but anyways, you will not do all that. I'm just telling you that if somebody says, okay, you have a hexagon of 6 centimeters, then you know hexagon is 6. Okay,
Okay.
6 sides. Okay, so till octagon you will hear. Okay, till you are in 10th grade or 12th grade, you will hear about all these words: pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, octagon. Okay, these 4 things that you will hear apart from circles. Sorry, rectangle and square. Okay, or and triangle. Okay, so let's kind of go inside the triangle now. Okay, but before we do that, let's learn a formula. Do you guys want to take a note of it? 2n minus 4 into 90 degree.
That is. Oh, that's a degree.
Degree, yeah.
You see that small thing.
It's angle. It's triangle actually. Okay. Remember this formula, okay? I will tell you where you will use it. 2n minus 4 into 90 degree. Okay. I had learned that in Hindi when I was small. It is called 2n minus 4 samcone. Samcone is 90 degree. Okay. So you will remember this as 2n minus 4 into 90 degrees. Okay. I'll tell you why this formula is important. Now let's look at a triangle. Okay. What is a triangle? It has 3 sides. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Ayush, Gitesh.
Yeah.
It has 3 angles also. This angle, and this angle.
Yeah. And they're all called absolute.
No, let's not rush. We'll go step by step. Ayush, are you with me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So when you talk about any triangle, it essentially has this property that it will have three sides and it will have three angles. This is the minimum property of any triangle. If anybody ever comes to you and says, "Hey, I have a triangle with four sides," say that I will not talk to you. You are teaching me wrong things. Okay. There will never be a triangle ever which has less or more than three sides, which has less or more than three angles. This is the minimum property of a triangle. Clear?
Clear.
Ayush, clear?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Now, this angle, this angle, this angle. If I want to add the three angles of any triangle, okay, there's one more property that you might want to remember, that any triangle will have three sides. That is the first property. Second property is any triangle will have three angles also. And for any triangle, let's say this angle is 1, this angle is 2, this angle is 3. So if I add the angles of 1 plus 2 plus 3, it will be a fixed number always. And that fixed number is, oh, come on, that fixed number is 180 degrees, meaning the sum of all the angles inside a triangle will be always 180 degree. So for any triangle, this is the first three properties that we need to remember. That any triangle will have three sides, as we can see, 2 and 3. Any triangle will have three angles also. This,
Um,
and this.
can I say something?
Mhm.
If you a 90, there's also something called a 90 degree, and if you add both of them, if you add a 90 degree plus a 90 degree, it will become a full circle. And I just wanted to say that.
Right. So I'm coming to that. I'll come to that. So third property of the triangle is if you add all the angles of a triangle, that will add to 180 degrees.
Yeah.
Okay. So there will never be a triangle for which if you add all the angles to be ever more than 180 or less than 180. That is not a triangle. If there's any triangle ever for which all the angles put together is more or less than 180 degree, that is not a triangle. Okay. So this is the basic of a triangle that we have to remember now and for rest of our life. Okay.
Okay.
Three sides, three angles, all the three angles together, 180 degree. Done deal. No discussion, no deliberation. It'll never change. Now comes, I said, sum of all the angles of a triangle is 180 degree, right?
Yeah.
Now this formula comes handy. 2n minus 4 into 90 degree. Okay. Here n is the number of sides of the polygon that we are talking about. Okay. Here, in case of a triangle, how many sides are there? 3. So 2 into n is 3 minus 4 into 90 degree. Okay. 2 times 3 is 6 minus 4 is 2. 2 into 90 degree. That is 180 degree. Okay. So this formula tells you that the total angle of any polygon is 2n minus 4 into 90, where n is the number of sides in the polygon. Okay. So we'll come back to this formula. Okay. So again, doing a recap, in a triangle, there are three sides, there are three angles, and sum of all the angles, 1 plus 2 plus 3, is 180 degree. Okay. And this will be the universal truth ever. Okay. And And we related that with this formula 2n minus 4 into 90. Okay. So here n is the number of sides in the polygon. So number of sides is 3. So 2 into n is 2 into 3 6 minus 4 2 into 90 degrees equals 180 degree. Okay. Up to this is fine. We'll come back to triangle again, but let's prove that formula one more time. Let's look at this shape. What is this called?
A rectangle.
What is the property of a rectangle? Four sides.
And four.
Four sides, four angles. Okay.
Um, some
And
of them are right angles.
I'm sorry,
There, some of them are right angles.
not some, all of them.
I just said that for fun.
Yeah. So if you look at any rectangle or a square, all these angles will be 90 degree. It has to be 90 degree. If it is not a rectangle or a square.
Yes.
Okay. So if you're talking about a rectangle, it has four sides, it has four angles, all the angles are 90 degrees, and other property is this line and this line is parallel. This line and this line are parallel. Okay. They will never meet with each other, no matter how far you want to extend them. Okay. Here, this way or this way. Okay. Same way, this line also, if you keep on extending it, this line also you keep extending it, this side, they will never meet. Okay. So the property of a rectangle is that this has four sides, all the angles are 90 degree. This side and this side are equal to each other and parallel to each other. This side and this side are equal to each other and parallel to each other. All these angles are 90 degree.
Yeah.
Okay. Rectangle is a shape that we see the most in our life. This page is a rectangle. Okay. This check is a rectangle. Okay. My laptop is also a rectangle. Yeah. My phone is also a rectangle.
Your TV in the background is also a rectangle.
Also a rectangle, right? So anything and everything that we see around us, the chances of seeing a rectangle is the most. Okay. So that's why it's very important for us to know why we call something a rectangle. So rectangle is four sides, all angles 90 degree. This side, opposite sides are equal to and parallel to each other. Okay. And now again, let's use this formula. Okay. Here, n is what?
How many
Sides, right?
or
Four
sides?
sides. So 2 into 4 minus 4 into 90. 2 into 4 is 8, minus 4 is 4. So 8 minus 4 is 4. 4 into 90. Okay. That is 360 degree. So this is another universal truth. For any
What's 360? You said 180 is of like this.
360
Is
sum of all the angles inside that polygon. This formula is for sum of all the angles inside the polygon. Okay.
okay.
So that means anything. Okay. So this formula is more correct for a regular quadrilateral, meaning something which has four sides. Okay. Be it a rectangle, be it a square, be it any other shape. I'm not talking about trapezium or rhombus or other things right now. I'm just telling you anything that has four sides, be it a rectangle, be it something which is not a rectangle but still has four sides. The total sum of the angle will be this because we are just putting this formula here. Okay.
Okay.
So what we have learned so far is what is a rectangle? Okay. What is the property of rectangle? What is a triangle? What is the property of a triangle? Okay. Now let's touch upon one more thing. This is I'm calling this as a square. Okay. Now you guys tell me, what do you know about square?
all of them are right angles. If you do the formula, it's going to equal 360 degrees. And those, that line and that line are never going to meet, which are called parallel lines. The one on this side, the one on the right side and the one on the left side are never going to meet because they're parallel lines.
Hmm.
And all of them are right angles, because I think I already said that.
Hmm. I will make it very simple definition. Okay. A square is a rectangle where all the sides are of same length.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm reusing. I know what is the property of a rectangle, right? I know this side is opposite to this side, parallel and equal. This side, parallel and equal. These four sides, these four angles, 90 degree. I know that. When I'm talking about a rectangle, square, I know that this is also a rectangle because this side is same. This side is same. These four are 90 degrees. Only difference is here. I call this as length and this call it as width. Here length and width are different. Here length and width are same. So, in summary, in short, a square is a type of rectangle where all the sides are same length. Done it.
Yeah.
And that formula that I was talking about, that 2n minus 4 into 90 degree, I can tell you guys that there are more than 70% kids, even in 12th grade, okay, who don't know about this formula. You go and ask somebody, okay, just do the trick when you meet some other families, okay, find a senior kid, say that there's a polygon with 12 sides, okay. Okay, what is the total number of angles inside the polygon? Okay, let's say this is a polygon, okay. What is the total number of angles inside the polygon? Nobody will be able to tell you, okay. Then you show them this formula that put this 2n minus 4 into 90. Here n will be 12, okay, and that will be total degree. Try that once, okay. Whenever you meet some other kids of elder age, and then you will believe what I'm saying. Okay,
Okay.
this is an interesting formula that not many people know is what I'm trying to say. But this is a generic formula which tells you how do you derive the sum of all the angles. See, if I'm talking about this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 sides, so that will be 7 angles, right? This is like a heptagon. What will be the total sum of all the angles? No matter whether the sides are same, different, distorted, doesn't matter. The sum of this will be again based on this formula. Okay. So what I was trying to say was beta rectangle, beta square, beta any other quadrilateral, the total sum of the angle will be 360 degree. That is the thumb rule for a four-sided shape. Okay.
Okay.
Ayush,
Yeah.
any question so far?
No.
No. And okay, one more thing. I'll just repeat myself. In this class, in my classes, we have maximum opportunity for making mistakes. I love mistakes. I want kids to make mistakes because when you make mistakes, you will get to know what is going wrong. How do I avoid them? So it's very important to make mistakes and know what mistakes I'm making. So that way you will learn how to fix them. Okay. You guys are very good. Okay. You guys are much better student. I was the worst student till 8th grade. Worst student. I never used to study. I'll not even spend 15 minutes studying. I was almost on the verge of failing my class. Back in India, not here. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, some not knowing something is okay. Making mistake is also fine. Don't hide. Share. Says, okay, this one I'm not understanding. This is confusing. Tell me one more time. I'll explain that to you 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. And that is for you also, Gitesh. Okay. Anything that I explain, if I'm not explaining it well, stop me saying, okay, can you explain me differently? I did not get that. And then I'll ask you, what did you not get? Okay. And then try explaining it for you. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
Ayush, never be afraid of me if you're making a mistake. Okay. I love mistakes.
Yes.
Okay. Making mistakes is fine. All right. So, or if I explain something and you think that no, but sir has already explained, he will feel bad if I ask it again. No, I will not. I will feel bad if I'm not able to teach you something. Okay. If I'm teaching you something, if you don't understand, ask me. Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
So, coming back to what we were doing. So, we learned triangles, we learned about rectangles, and we learned about the basic properties, right, of these shapes. We have not done any calculation. We have not done area, perimeter, and those things so far, right?
Yeah.
Now, let's spend some time on triangles. Triangles. There are different types of triangles. Okay,
Yes.
this is one triangle. I don't know about the property of this guy. Let's say if this side and this side, all are, let's say, 3 centimeters. Okay, meaning the length of this side and length of this side and length of this side is same. That is called equilateral triangle.
Equilateral triangle.
Okay,
Okay.
equal, right? Equilateral. You would have heard about the word bilateral series where there are two sides coming and talking to each other. So lateral means sides. Okay. Again, I'm not telling the exact meaning of this. I'm saying how you can relate. Equilateral meaning some where everything is equal. All the sides are equal. That is what is called equilateral triangle. Okay. Meaning a triangle with all sides being same length. Okay. Equilateral. Okay. Now imagine this triangle where this side and this side are same.
Yeah.
What is this called?
Isolated triangle.
Isosceles triangle.
Oh.
I have to check if the spelling is correct, but it's called isosceles. Okay.
Okay.
Where the two sides are same, third side is not. Because if the third side is also same, that becomes equilateral. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at any triangle with 3 sides, right? Triangle obviously with 3 sides. So it will have either all the sides same, called equilateral, or two sides being same and third being different. That is so when only two sides are same, that is called isosceles triangle. Okay. And when only one side is same is what? All sides are different, right? One side is I am best among myself, right? Something like that. So there is no one side same, right? So it's either 3 sides same or 2 sides same. The other third option is all the 3 sides are different. So that's a regular triangle. Okay. So you will say isosceles triangle when the two sides are same length, equilateral triangle when their 3 sides are the same length. Okay.
What about the right triangle?
So I'm coming to that. Coming to that. So this first variation that we saw was based on the length of the sides. Okay. So based on the sides, then comes the kind of split of or classification of triangles based on the angles inside this. Okay.
Yeah, that's a right angle and there's two acute angles.
Okay. So I will come to that. Before we go there, okay.
Hmm.
90 degrees is called, in geometrical terms, is called right angle. Okay. Right angle. Okay. If there is any angle which is less than 90 degree, okay, 90 degree is called acute. See, something smaller than 90. It's cute, right? Cuter thing. Small things are cute, right? Like you guys are cuter than me, right? I'm not cute anymore after being so old, right? So anything that is small is cute. That means angles which are smaller than 90 degree is called acute angle. Okay.
Obtuse is.
Something that is bigger than 90 degrees is called obtuse.
I learned this in fourth grade. That's what
Yep.
I'm saying.
Yep. So that's what I'm explaining to you and Ayush both. And I'll tell you, there are things that you would have learned in fourth grade, but I'm going to teach you guys. See, this geometry class is going to go on for 2 more days. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to spend some time on this one because so that we learn the different shapes and then we learn about the area, perimeter, and other things. Okay. So we
Wait,
learn. Yep. Sorry.
1 month to teach us all of this.
Huh?
Like it takes a lot of time to teach.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's not about time to teach. I can finish that in 30 minutes also. But
Yeah.
what is that you learn, how much you retain, and how much you will use it for the rest of your life is what matters. Okay. So, yeah. So, angles we learned there are three types of angles. 90 degrees is called right angle. Less than 90 degrees is acute. So, acute angle. More than 90 degrees, greater than 90, is called obtuse angle. Now, relate that with the triangle. Okay. A triangle has 90 degree. One angle is 90 degrees. So right angle triangle. Since it has a right angle, it's called right angle triangle. Okay. Now imagine a triangle has all angles less than 90 degree. Okay. All angles less than 90 degree. It's called acute angle triangle. Meaning all the angles are acute. Okay. All the angles are acute.
Mm-hmm.
Acute angle triangle. If there is a triangle where one of the angle is more than 90 degree, okay, it's called obtuse angle triangle. Okay. So there we learn about two different types of classification for triangle. One is based on the side. If all the sides are same, it's called equilateral triangle. If only two sides are same, that's called isosceles triangle. Third variety is all just triangle. And then classification of triangles based on the angle. So if one of the angle is 90 degree, it is called right angle triangle. If all the angles are less than 90 degree, it's called acute angle triangle. If one of the angle is more than 90 degree, it's called obtuse angle triangle. Now, a quick question before we end this class. Right angle triangle means one of the angle is 90 degree. Yeah. Can I have two angles, angle this and angle this as 90 degree in a triangle? This is 90 degree, this is also 90 degree. Is it possible?
I don't think so.
You don't have to go by your feelings. Tell me mathematically.
I don't know.
No, so I'll tell you. Sum of all the angles of a triangle has to be 180 degree. No matter if the sky falls or there is a tornado warning in your neighborhood. Okay. The angle, all the angles together of a triangle will be 180 degree. Let's say if you have two angles at 90 degree each, that makes it 180 degree. What about the third angle? No. So that means the third angle is 0. 0 degree is like what? A line.
Yeah.
There is no third angle. That means this is not a triangle. It's not possible. Same way, can I have a triangle where two of the angles are obtuse, meaning greater than 90? Certainly not, because two angles itself will make it 180, more than 180. I cannot have a triangle with more than 180 degrees. I have not even counted the third angle yet. Yeah. Another way to think about it. Imagine a triangle. Okay. When I say 90 degree, okay, this angle is 90 degree, this angle is 90 degree. That means these two lines will become parallel. They will never meet. This will not form a triangle ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will I will teach, I will make you guys relate, I'll make you guys make it part of your routine where you can relate things. Okay. So that's why we will spend maybe 1 month or maybe 2 months. I mean, maybe not only for geometry, otherwise, no, you will miss your syllabus for this grade. But what I'm saying is, I'm teaching kids, for SAT. There also there's a lot of geometry. So whatever you learn here, that is going to help you till SAT, okay? Till you go to the college. So we'll learn all the important details within the maths so that when you guys go for SAT, it will be fun. You don't have to take any pressure for SAT, okay? But anyway, that's way too far for you guys. You don't have to think that much. But what I'm saying is, whatever we have learned, practice that, revise it, and try relating that with what you see in your surrounding. So that way,